Hello. First of all, you shouldn't take this too serious for comedy purposes. So, having said that, let's go to talk. Hello. I am Paula Jasmine, and I'm a cashier, and I do use self checkout. To some of you, it may be a surprise. You'll be surprised. How dare you use self checkout? It takes people's jobs away. You know what? For me, self checkout, I've been using it since when I was younger. Like when I was younger, I remember going to Walmart in Puerto Rico with my dad. And I got nothing against Walmart. I have worked for Walmart before, but Walmart comes to mind because Walmart is everywhere. We have Walmarts all over the place. Um, and I have some interesting things that had happened to me working for Walmart. In any case, so me and my dad, we used to go to Walmart. We always use self checkout sometimes. So I learned how to use self checkout. I don't need to be in a line, standing in line for a cashier to be scanning the items for me. I can do that myself. I can pay. I don't have to hear. If I go to a different store like the Home Depot, and yes, I work at the Home Depot too as a cashier. Um, I don't have to interact with a cashier, and I don't have to listen to them trying to beg me to sign off for a credit card that I probably cannot afford, and that I will say no because honestly, I don't have any use for credit cards, and honestly, that credit card is it's a bad credit card. It doesn't give you any benefits at all. Even customer reports tells you that do not take the credit card. But yeah, as I can show you, have to force the credit card to others, and that's one of the things that I just don't like because honestly, like working as a cashier, I don't get paid sometimes a lot of money for working as a cashier. The job is part time, like this apartment, for example, costs a lot of money to pay. I don't earn enough to be able to pay this apartment, and and the cost of living is high, and working as a cashier, it barely pays the bill. The job is part time, and then you have to offer credit cards. You don't earn anything for getting a credit card other than a pizza patty if you meet the goals, so that management can get out the bonuses for the credit cards. Yes. Anyway, so I prefer self checkout because of that. However, I know some of you are thinking like, "Oh my God, self checkout is awful, yada yada," But just think about it honestly. If you personally will not work as a cashier, what makes you think that other people should be happy to work as a cashier? You get people that ask you questions all the time that they can answer themselves. For example, I used to go for us when I was younger. I used to go to shopping with my mom and my dad, and one of the things that I knew is that when a cashier has the light on, that means that they are open, that they are working. And I don't think to this day it hasn't changed. If you go to Walmart and you see they now have two colors, they have a red and a green. If it's green, it's on, they're on, that register is open. If it's red, it's like stop, don't go there. So it hasn't changed. And usually when it's red, there's nobody there. So now you know if you don't know. Um, but even in Home Depot, I had the light on and people were approached. Are you open? I'm like, look at the light. I'm like, yes, I'm open. I'm open minded. And I will help them out, get them out of the store, you know, ask them how they're going to pay. Sometimes I ask you questions, like if we take cash. I don't know about you, but being in the United States, we still take cash in most places. So because of that, because of the questions and the nature of the job, I also tend to get bored. The job is boring. All I'm doing is like taking an item and just like going like scanning it. Also, the thing that I don't like about working as a cashier is when people go like, everything is tied up to this little thing in here. There's a barcode. In case you didn't know, this barcode. It has information about the product. It identifies the product, that what it is, and it tells you the computer how much it costs because it's stored in a database. And if you don't know what a database is, it's a location, a computer where it stores information about a particular product. So sometimes people come like shopping around, they move things around, and people see this item in a location that it doesn't useful, and they bring it to your register, and they go like, "Oh, I want this. Oh, that didn't went right. Over there it says $22. That's not the price. Yeah, I want the other price. I can show you a picture of that." And they ask for a discount. I mean, I'm sorry, but everything these days is tied to this number. we scan this, and regardless whether it's here or in a different location, the cost of this will be dictated by the barcode. But customers, they just want the discount, so they have to find a cashier to argue and fight to this, almost like a freaking wrestling match. I want that discount. So that's why you prefer self-checkout, because that avoid having us cashiers having to deal with situations like that. And me as a person, I just prefer to go to self-checkout. I do it myself. I'm out of there. Boom, it's over. I can pack my groceries the way I want to. I don't have to tell to be looking at how they're going to pack my groceries or pack things. I don't have to give instructions to people how they need to pack my things, because I really don't care, you know. But I'm picky. I don't like my detergents mixed up with the food items, you know. That's a big no-no. You should never put detergent with food items, you know, just in case it spills, you know. Anyway, so yeah, so I do like self-checkout. Now, I know a lot of you don't like self-checkout because, I mean, let's admit it, self-checkout can be alone, you know, and you're dealing with a computer. But you know how they call self-checkout? They call it a robot. In some place, they call it a robot. It's a robot. It's a robot, you know? And I remember at Home Depot, before they changed the system, because they have changed the computer system, in Home Depot they have two options, which is funny because um, um, you could go English or Spanish. If you go English, it will be a female voice. Hello, welcome to Home Depot. Please start scanning your first item. If you press Spanish, it was the voice of a male. Buenas tardes. Bienvenidos a Home Depot. Por favor, escanee su primer artículo. It was so highly masculine, the voice. It was like commanding. It was like your dad being angry at you, and it gave me some flashbacks of when I was growing up, and my dad was like, "Por favor, limpia tu cuarto." So you know, it's very commanding. It's like keeping the patriarchy at that point, you know, and it was one of those experiences like, oh my gosh, I don't want to deal with that. But I thought about it, and I think in the future, I think instead of self-checkouts, we're going to have robots. And I've thought about this. I built my own little robots. I built a puppet robot, and I've been obsessed with robots. And I've been thinking about how will that cashier, robot cashier, will look like. And I thought that maybe it will look something like for a while, I thought that it would be like a Disney animatronic. You know, like you go to the self-checkout and you see what it seems to be a human being, but it's an animatronic. It's a robot, you know. And when you approach, it goes like live. Hello, welcome to this store. How can I help you today? It's a lovely day, isn't it? I will scan your items. Beep, 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 beep. The total is $133. How would you like to pay for this? For cash? Say cash. For credit card, debit card, MasterCard, American Express, Discover, or Apple Pay. Say card. Did you say card? Say yes to confirm. Say no if you want to use a different form of payment. Card. Please insert your card into my hand. Thank you very much. Would you like a receipt for your purchase? Here's your receipt. Have a great day. But I think they're going to be more boring looking, because there's technology today that you can walk into a store and the store knows exactly what you pick from the shelves, and then you approach self-checkout and automatically charges your phone or your card. So you don't even have to do anything, which is quite interesting in my opinion. So I think that to self-checkout may not look like this animatronic. If I build a robot for a robot cashier, it will not be like this animatronic. I think it would be quite boring. It would be more of a robot that would look like, and yes, this is a robotic book that I got recently. It would look something like the arms that you see. It would look something like this, like the orange robot that you see in there. Yeah, that's the little robot in there. That's how will look the self-checkout robot. And what will happen is that there will be a sensor where you place an area where you place all your items, and then the sensor will identify the items that you have, or maybe you will put in the conveyor belt if you have too many items, and the sensor will know exactly what those items are without having to look at a barcode or anything, and and it will know the full amount of price that you will have to pay, and you will just have to pay. It will show you the amount that you have to pay, and you pay, and then these little arms are just going to pack your things into little bags. Or maybe we'll just let you pack it in there. I think that will be the future of robotics into cashiering. And I'm saying this because, honestly, I'm not worried. I'm learning about electricity. I like fixing things. If one of those robots get damaged, it will still have to be fixed. And that's why I'm not afraid of self-checkout. That's why I, as a cashier, support self-checkout, because then I can ask for more money to fix the damn machines. And because I will have that knowledge, that means that the company that instead of paying me a little bit, they will probably have to pay me a little bit more to go and fix their robots. Wow. Anyway, I hope you like my take on robotics and cashiering. Bye.